Hey YouTube, Tech Freak with a new video. Today I'm going to show you the top 10 Cydia tweaks, part 3. So in the last month we had 2 videos covering the best Cydia tweaks that you can find in Cydia. Today's video we're going to show you another top 10. So the first tweak we have here, it's called Widget Center. Widget Center allows you to display widgets using reachability view. So let's say I'm inside an app. I'm going to invoke reachability, and as you can see here I have a time widget and a date widget. If I scroll to the side, I can see the control center. You also have an app switcher, as well as a music control. If I go to the settings of Widget Center, you can see I can quickly enable or disable the tweak. I can also select the position, so if I select it as top, if I invoke reachability, you can see I can have all my widgets at the top. You can also rearrange the widgets, so let's say I want to have control center at the top. Can just move it up here. If I invoke it, it's the first widget that comes out. So let's say I want to have switcher, the first widget right here. If I invoke it, it's the first one right here. And as you can see with the position, so the next one is going to be control center. After it, we're going to have the time widget, and after that we're going to have the music. So that's Widget Center. It's available on Big Boss repo for $1.99. The next tweak we have here, it's called pushability. In default iOS, if we invoke reachability, the screen is going to go downwards. With pushability, the screen is going to go upwards. So let's go to settings here. If I enable pushability here, if I invoke reachability, you can see the screen now goes up. So it's very helpful. Pushability is available for free on the Big Boss repo. Popular is a Cydia tweak that shows all of your most used and favorite apps in the app switcher. So let's say I'm going to open app switcher, and as you can see here, I can see all of my most used apps on the top. You can also select the favorite ones. So let's go to the settings. If I enable favorites, so let's say I'm going to select some apps. If I invoke app switcher, I'm going to see all of my favorite apps. You can also enable the most used apps. You can also select the maximum icon count. So with default it's 25, but you can set it up as high as 75. You can also see how much you have used the apps. So my most used app is Facebook, as you can see here. It also shows you the time of how much you used each app. You can also blacklist some apps. So let's say you don't want camera to show up. If I go to the most used apps, camera is no longer there. So that's popular. It's 99 cents on the Big Boss repo. Photo timestamp is a Cydia tweak that shows you at which time you have taken each photo. I'm going to open this photo, and as you can see here, I have the date as well as the time at which I took the photo. I can move this timestamp, so I can set it down here. I can make it in the middle. I can make it at the top. So if you go to the settings section for photo timestamp, you can enable or disable the tweak. You can also select the background color. So by default it's black. You can change it to any color you want. You can also select the transparency. You can also select the text color of the stamp. So let's say you want to make it black or any color you want. You can also select the text alignment if you want to make it on the left, the center, or the right. You can also reset to default settings. So that's photo timestamp. It's $1.99 on the Big Boss repo. Atom is a Cydia tweak that allows you to have shortcuts for apps from the lock screen. So as you can see here, I have a button here. It's for Atom. If I press on it, I can select any app that I want. Let's say I want to go to the music. I just release it here, ask for my Touch ID, and I am inside music. If you go to the settings for Atom, you can only see a kill switch if you want to quickly enable or disable the tweak. You can also see the position. So you have the top left, top right, middle left, middle right, and bottom left and bottom right. You can also select which app you want to choose. So let's say I want to have health in the top left. If I go down here, to Atom, I can see I can go directly to Health. So that's Atom for iOS 8. It's available for $2.99 on the Big Boss repo. Little Brother is a Cydia tweak that allows you to change the resolution for your device. So as you can see here, I am having an iPhone 6 and I'm running the resolution of an iPhone 6 Plus. So if I turn the device sideways, you can see it turns like the iPhone 6 Plus. You can also turn it all the way down. You can also see that I have the specialized views of the app. So if you have an iPhone 6 Plus, if you rotate it like that, it's going to show you a landscape view. As you can see, I can have that on the iPhone 6. Let's say I'm going to go to the messages, and as you can see here, I have the split view mod, same as the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. If I go to settings, same thing, just as the iPad and the iPhone 6 Plus. You can also see I can have my lock screen in the landscape view as well. So here it is, the landscape view. If you go to the settings, you can select which resolution you want to use. So you have three different resolutions. You have the large, the medium, and the small. The large is the iPhone 5S. So as you can see, the icons are big, just like the iPhone 5S. The medium is the iPhone 6, and the small is the iPhone 6 Plus. As you can see here, you can select whether you want the home screen to be landscape, as well as the lock screen. So that's Little Brother. It's $1.99 on the Big Boss repo. PhotoRes is a Cydia tweak that allows you to change the aspect ratio and the resolution of the photo that you take. So let's say I'm going to take a photo, and as you can see, it have a different ratio than the default iPhone camera. So if I go to the settings here, you can see I can quickly enable or disable the tweak. I can select the ratio. So let's say I want to have it 11:8. Take a photo. And as you can see, the photo is a little bit different than this ratio. This is the 4:3 aspect ratio, and this is the 11:8 aspect ratio. So let's say I want to select something like 2.39 to 1 aspect ratio. If I go back to the camera and take a photo, you can see that the photo is quite different from the 11:8 and the 4:3. So that's PhotoRes. It's available for free on the Big Boss repo. Simple Centers is a Cydia tweak that allows you to change how Control Center and Notification Center looks like. So let's say I'm going to open Control Center. You can see I have changed how it looks like. So the borders around the quick launchers and the toggles are now gone. If I go to the Notification Center, you can see I had disenabled the Today and notifications, which are usually here. I can also select a one-tap dismiss. So let's say I'm gonna one-tap on here, and it's completely dismissed. So if we go to the settings here, you can quickly enable or disenable the tweak. If you go to Notification Centers, you can see that I have hidden the NC tabs. So it no longer says Today and notifications. There's a lot to choose from. You can hide the Today date, you can hide the Today headers. You can also just completely disable Notification Center. If you go to the Control Center, you can see I hid the separators in Control Center. So the separators between each section is no longer there. Also see that it no longer bounces. So it's now just like iOS 7, and you can completely disable it from here. Keep in mind that you need to respring in order to activate changes on Simple Centers. So that's Simple Centers. It's available for $1 on the Big Boss repo. QR Mod is a Cydia tweak that allows you to scan QR codes directly from the camera app. So After you install the tweak, if you go to the camera, you're going to see you have a scanner option now just next to the photo. So I happen to have a QR code here. If I put it in the camera, it's going to read it. I can copy the link and I can view it just like that. You can also see the history of all the QR codes that you have read. So that's all of them, along with the date. So if you go to the settings section on QR mod, you can only enable or disable the tweak. You can see some information about what type of QR codes are supported. So that's QR mod. It's available for $1.99 on the Big Boss repo. The last tweak we have here is called GrabRAB 8. GrabRAB 8 allows you to customize the camera grabber right here. You can as well add a new one. So as you can see here, I have added a messages grabber. If I just slide from the top, from the bottom here, as you can see, if I enter my Touch ID, and I'm inside messages. So if you go to the settings here, you can see you can enable the default camera grabber. You can also enable a left grabber, which I have used for messages. You can select which app you want to choose. So I have kept it default for camera. And here you can choose any app. So as you can see here, I have enabled messages. Keep in mind that you need to respring in order for changes to take effect. So that's GrabRAB 8. It's available for free on the Big Boss repo. So that's it. That's the top 10 Cydia tweaks, part 3. I hope you guys like the videos and the tweaks. Make sure to like and subscribe for more, and see you next time.